Ready to see the best of EJ Tackett. We certainly found out how he can cope under pressure last time up. But can he do the double and sink Jesper Svensson even deeper into his chair? So it's Tackett to open this one up with a strike.
Playing much straighter down the lane is EJ Tackett this time. Opens the shoulders up. Gives it lots of revs. Coming wide in from the right-hand side. Carries all 10 pins.
Looking ahead to the next match, that is the captain's pick. That's when each captain picks a member of the opposing team. Last time, the two captains picked each other. I don't think Sean Rash will want Dom Barrett anywhere near this lane the way he's playing at the moment. Now, let's see what we got here. Oh, no. Now, that's some ghosts coming back to haunt him right here, because this is the one he missed.
It was a very good looking shot. It really snapped into the 1-2 pocket. Unfortunately, the flying pins around left that 7-pin standing, and as you say, Nick, it's not his favourite pin.
Twice already in this year's Weber Cup he's let this go. Had to get rid of that one, but he's muttering away to himself. That is not the start that Jesper Svensson wanted in this match.
No, everybody wants to get off a strike first frame, obviously, especially when your opponent's already got one.
But when you leave that 7 up, and it was that 7 that caused him so many problems, not just the one he missed, but there were 2 or 3 others that he left standing. Meanwhile, Tackett will look to convert into a double, and he's left himself a mess. Oh, he got lucky. He got very lucky indeed.
Well, yes, he actually had the 3-pin and the 7-pin, which is an unusual combination, standing up, but it's the 3-pin that's been kicked from behind, and it's gone. So this can be a 9 spare and out of trouble, or potential trouble.
See, some of the oil is on that ball. So some players meticulous in getting rid of all that oil. Others just don't mind a few streaks here and there. Yeah, that'll settle the nerves.
Well, it is a freshly dressed lane before this game started, so there will be plenty of oil. As you can see, Jesper just cleaning all that oil off his ball before he throws his strike. He wants it nice and clean, or as clean as it can be, or dry as it can be.
Yeah, he's quite thorough and meticulous with his preparation here. Svensson, we've seen that in previous matches. He's not leaving anything to chance. And the one thing the tall two-hander from Sweden will want here is all 10 pins. Would you believe it? No, it's gone. It's gone. I just thought for one split second that was going to stand up and taunt him again.
That was almost a Lucky Larson shot, wasn't it? There's the 7-pin stand, but it's wobbling and it's fallen forward. How about that?
Yeah, this one got chipped from behind as well. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, a little nudge in the back, and away it's gone. Squares the game.
So here comes Tackett.
Can't really say too much about that, can you? Great looking shot. Right hand side of the lane, came up, hit the 1-3 pocket and carried all 10.
If you could just bottle that shot.
Well, he's one of the few people in the world that has almost bottled it.
I was going to say, you can sell it to people like you and me, because we'd pay a lot of money to be able to do that.
Well, I might have done a few years ago.
Oh, don't tell me you were that good.
I'm saying nothing, but my...
There's one or two old teammates of yours would tell a different story.
Oh, you're talking about Fred Flintstone, are you?
Now then, the 7 is still standing. Didn't think we'd seen the last of that.
Yeah, a lot of reaction Jesper is getting in the back end there with that that ball of his. It's really just a little bit too much, really, and that's why that 7-pin is standing.
But going back to what I was talking about earlier, when the captains have to pick the guy, not that's a weak link, all these players are far too good to be called weak, that would just be insulting, but you're picking the guy that's a little bit off his game. Who would have thought that this man right here would be a very strong contender to be the captain's pick. He's got himself out of trouble there, but he's still fighting this lane here, Jesper.
Well, if you're not carrying corner pins and you're only making 9 spares, you may be that weak link, if you like, if that's the phrase to use, and could well be the captain's pick. He's got to get back on these strikes and start carrying.
Yeah, if I'd have said to you 24 hours ago, Jesper Svensson will be the captain's pick as the guy off form, you'd have had me carted out of here by the men in the white coats. It's changed quickly.
It could always be arranged.
Hello.
Dear,
Somebody
oh
else
dear.
might be looking for the men in the white coat. He knew that that was all wrong the moment it left his fingers.
There's a lot of pins down there. He's only taken 4 pins out, which is really unusual. Let's see where this goes. High through the head pin. He's got the 3-6, the 10. He's got the 4-7 and the 9 pin.
Look at that. I'm like, yeah, wow, what a mess.
It is a mess. I mean, it could actually be it's a makeable spare, but he's got to be deadly accurate. He's got to bounce that 3 pin across and pick up the 9 pin at the back.
He is
Watch
a good
this.
spare bowler, but he's missed the 3.
Yeah.
It's a low pin count as well. Well, he'll be hoping that's his one bad ball of this match.
He'll be hoping that's his one bad frame of the whole tournament, quite honestly.
Yeah.
You don't often see a 4 and a 3 count. Bearing in mind it was a huge split.
So that is now, despite all his problems with that troublesome 7 pin, advantage Svensson.
Yes, he's going to be looking to bury a strike here, take 30 pins and extend that lead.
That's what the great players do. When your opponents give you a gift, you punish them, but you know what?
Crikey.
I tell you, the 10-pin gods are teasing and tormenting Jesper Svensson here tonight.
I can't believe that this really was a strike. It looked perfect. Look, the 7 pin hasn't even moved. Good grief.
It's like he's got a force field around it. I mean, that's just ridiculous. And it is. He's being tested. Come on, you've missed me twice. Let's see if you miss me again. And he can't afford another miss. He really can't.
Well, he's sparing them, but he shouldn't be leaving them. You should never miss a single pin, but don't leave them.
If you, I'm putting you on the spot. If you were Sean Rash, the American captain, right now, who would you pick to bowl for Team Europe?
Oh, gosh.
There's your answer.
Stuart,
right there, staring at you.
No,
He's the guy.
I picked Stuart Williams because he's changed out of his shirt already.
Tackett will look to get back. Well, he too fails to get a strike. So both these players having their problems here.
Both players are getting an awful lot of reaction on the last 20 feet of lane, which is the dry part of the lane as you come off the corner of the oil pattern. The ball's just over reaction because both players have got such high revs on their bowling ball. EJ just going out for a little quick chat with the captain. Oh, it's Carl Troop, but words of advice, no doubt.
Yeah, Sean Rash is the only man not there. That's just on the sat down there is Marshall Kent. He's obscured, and the conversation goes on as Jesper comes up. And you know what he's thinking? Please, please take this 7 pin out. Is it a question of just making small adjustments? Is it just a little bit of better fortune? There it goes, but look what's left on the other end of it. This is unbelievable.
He must be thinking, what on earth is going on? 7 pin, now a 10 pin.
Did he overcompensate?
It is very light on the head pin, isn't it? Just didn't throw enough wood to the right hand side to take it out, but I mean, he's so close and so unfortunate, but that's part and parcel of the game, isn't it?
Well, they always say that for the single pins it's the 10 that's a little bit easier for the left-handers and the 7 for the right-handers, so let's see if that's the case. Yeah, Yeah, no danger there. This one now too close to call.
Certainly is, just the one pin in it at the halfway stage.
I was going to say, if either of them do strike out, obviously Svensson will get the win by one pin, but I don't think either of these players look like they're poised to go on a tear up here, but you never know.
Well, it can certainly change around. I mean, they're obviously talented enough and skilled enough bowlers to strike off if they wanted to. It's only 5 frames to go, but as you say, both are suffering just a little bit.
That's an important strike for Tackett. That keeps the pressure on.
Yeah, Tackett must feel quite confident, I think, because he knows that Jesper's suffering with those corner pins, and, well, will that change? Maybe it won't.
5 frames, 4 9 spares for Jesper Svensson.
He's got room for another 5, which we don't really want to see.
Well, we're not going to see there. I'll look to the heavens. Finally, they've given him something.
Maintains that 1-pin lead with a cracking strike straight after E.J. Tackett blasted one. Yes, but Svensson's blasted one as well, and he looks to the heavens to say, well, thanks very much. Now let's go on a clear up.
So both of them finding the strike zone here as we go into the second half of this match. Here we are in frame 7. We couldn't find a strike in the first half. They've both come up with one in frame 6. There's a double up from Tackett.
Yeah, and you could just see on that ball of Tackett's the amount of revolutions and rotation that he puts on the ball. Snaps it with his hands and fingers, just blasts that pocket.
And yet he's not a big physical guy. I mean, this isn't some muscle-bound powerhouse here, but as you say, he really, with his whippy technique, really does get the ball to do some work.
That's what they say about him in the States. He weighs about 120 pounds, but revs at 600 revs on the bowling ball at nearly 20 mile an hour. And it pays dividends for him.
Look at that.
Just when you thought he was going to get us another strike, it's another single pin. Now it's starting to get to him. Now you can see he's getting angry.
It's understandable, Cass. It really is. I mean, this is an epidemic of single pins in this match.
Shouting at in his best Swedish. Good job we don't know what he's saying.
I was going to say, might be just as well. You can certainly understand his frustration.
Yeah, so the lead changes.
So what is that? 3 7-pins and 2 10-pins now?
That's right, yes, out of 7 frames.
It's unbelievable.
It's a 10-pin lead for Team USA. Jesper's coming over and what can I do? What do I do?
And he's got Martin Larsson there that he's talking to. Primarily Don Barrett is there as well, but he's not saying a whole lot, the skipper, because what can you say in a situation like this? Meanwhile, Tackett, oh, went wide. Oh, he went really wide there.
Oops. Oh dear, hard and fast. The 2-8-10 split. Now this is, well, I'm going to say it's pretty impossible. It can be spared. I've seen it spared, but it's one of the most difficult ones on the pin deck in the game. The 2-pin and the 8-pin sleeper with a 10-pin. So how's he going to cover that back pin and bounce one across?
Goodness knows.
Very difficult.
Goodness knows.
More than likely an open frame. And the ball just got away from him. It got held up in the lane oil.
Look at all the oil on the ball as well. He just hasn't cleaned it all off. Open frame.
Takes just the 2.
How many lead changes have we had in this match?
About 3, actually. And it's a chance for Svensson to come back as frustrated as he is, leaving single pins. A strike here will put him right back in the lead.
Would you bet money on a strike right now from Jesper Svensson? He can't find a strike. He's had 2 through 7 frames.
And the odds are?
Well, statistically then, by the law of averages, he's due. In fact, he's due 3 in a row, and if he can get 3 in a row, Tackett will be on the receiving end of this one. But the way this 7 and this 10, one or other of them, have just taunted him tonight. There you go. There you go. That might be the biggest cheer of the night, because they're suffering with him, these fans.
Well, absolutely, yeah, but this one is absolutely perfect. He's got this one right. He's carried all the corner pins. He's taken the lead by 11 pins with just 2 frames to go.
And again, just to go big picture, this is how big a collapse this has been for the USA. If Svensson holds on here for the win, Europe will have 11 out of the last 9 available points. That's close to meltdown.
Well, Tackett back with another one in the foundation frame.
You know what a 9 spare does? It will take this level going into the 10th frame, unless I've miscalculated here.
You're quite right. Yeah, a 9 spare here, and they're all square. It will be a 1-frame shootout. How close is that? How close is that?
Well, it's been a crazy game. It really has. We've had a couple of absolute howlers from Tackett, mixed in with some absolutely brilliant pocket hits. And we've just had a seemingly endless succession of 9 spares from Svensson.
It's that close that, and as I say, Tackett's had 2 open frames. Svensson's clean through 8 frames. No opens, just not enough strikes.
There's another one. That's a huge one. That really is big. It forces Tackett to strike in the 10th frame.
Strike for Tackett will give him 234, and a 9 spare for Svensson will give him 234. It's been that close, and it could be that close right at the end.
This is the kind of match, you're not going to win it, you're going to survive it. Whoever gets the point here will just breathe a huge sigh of relief, because this could have gone either way. And it's a brave man going in to this 10th frame. It's a brave man or woman who would put any money on which way this one's going to go. A strike makes it very interesting. Oh, would you believe it? That pin has defied gravity, and that might do it.
That will do it, I'm afraid. 223 is his maximum score. Yes, but it's already 215. So just keep the ball on the lane, and that will be a victory, another victory for Team Europe. And how close is that pin to going over?
In the end, it's a really disappointing 2-1-3 from E.J. Tackett. He was undone completely by 2-3, excuse me. He was undone completely by 2 open frames. And it just means, as you say, very simply, 9 to take the point.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate. As you saw, Jesper just wiping the bowling ball. He's just got to keep it in play, do nothing silly. Tackett, unfortunately, 2 huge open frames. You can't do that in a 1-game match play shootout, head to head. You really can't have a 4 count and a big split 7.
You can get away with 1, and we've seen that, but 2, as you say, especially 2 bad ones like that. So this for the point. Well, 9 was what he needed. That's enough. That time he can let the 7 pin do what it wants. He doesn't need it anymore.
That's right, yeah, he's 224, he's already got 1 pin victory.
But look at his face. This man is not celebrating. He is breathing a massive sigh of relief, because both of these players have really struggled here. Finally, he can breathe a massive sigh of relief. More significantly, it's a big point for Team Europe, but now it's time for the captains to make their decision. Who is going to play in the captains match? It's 7 out of 9 for Europe. It's an 11-9 lead as well, as Jesper Svensson survives a trial by single pins against E.J. Tackett, who will be ruining those 2 open frames. Europe with a bit of daylight in this race to 19.